Hey, like to welcome you all to Charlie Elliott Wildlife Center. My name is Pete Griffin, and I work here with all kinds of wildlife, all kinds of people. Today with me, this is known as a red-tailed hawk. It's one of the more common species that we have in Georgia, a very large species that we have. Get a little bit better look at her right here. Sure, the good girl, good girl. And you can look at her wingspan, and I mean the whole camouflage color she's got with her is absolutely phenomenal, especially for the woods that are out here. She is all over Georgia. She fits very nicely into all the physiographic regions that we have. She eats a lot of different things, which makes her very, very good at living in these particular regions. Now, the first thing that you notice is she is a bird, right? Okay, so my first question is, what makes a bird a bird? And that's good. That's close. Let me try this. I tell you what. How about all birds give live birth, right? Wrong. You're right. That's exactly right. They don't. Well, they do. They lay eggs. That's exactly right. And I think I've got an egg in my pocket here. It's a fake one. But this is a red-tailed hawk egg. That's the exact size and shape of one. One of the things I want you to notice very quickly is, look at the colors. The colors. Why would they paint it that way? That's right, camouflage. Now, look at these colors. Look at her colors. I want you to see something. Look how well they match up. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's a lot of camouflage there. I want you to see something real quick again. Would you do me a favor and show them your wingspan again? Atta girl. Good girl. Good girl. So these wing colors go all the way underneath. And if you look at her back, you can see right here how they get the name red-tailed hawk. Now these particular birds, we have them in these different physiographic regions in Georgia. Before I talked a little bit about what they might eat, so I'm going to ask you a question. In Georgia, what do you think they like to eat? And that's right, snakes. Believe it or not, both venomous and non-venomous snakes. How would they be able to go after a venomous snake? One of the things that they'll do, they hold their wings open this way, move them back and forth, and when the snake watches the movement, they actually strike right through the feathers on the wing, and she can stomp the head, and there she's got her groceries. Sure, they're very good. I love to call it grocery shopping. Now, grocery shopping for us would be going to the grocery store with a buggy. Yeah, grocery shopping for them, they can't push a buggy, but their eyesight's phenomenal. Sometimes 8 to 10 times better than ours, even more. So they can pick up the movement. So we got snakes. What else do you think they'd like to eat? They love to eat squirrels, chipmunks. Yeah, they'll actually go after songbirds, that's right. And they'll go after fish sometimes, sure. So they eat all kinds of stuff, so they can fit very well into each one of these different ecosystems. They are a predator, so they eat all this stuff. Are they also prey? Yes, they are also prey. Prey meaning they can get eaten. When they're young, if a snake gets up there into the nest, they can be eaten by that, or they can be eaten by another bird sometimes. So these things are predator-prey. So with a predator-prey relationship, they fit, again, well into our different ecosystems. Now, this is what we like to call a haggard bird. So this is an adult bird. She's actually right near 23 years old. In a perfect world, in the wild, they can live about 28 to 30 years. But we know it's not a perfect world. We've caught people shooting them, poisoning them, and the worst thing, tearing up the habitat. Another thing that happens, the reason I've got her, she was hit by a car. Now when she got hit, it actually tore up the ligaments and tendons right through here. They healed back wrong, so you can see her wing is a little distended. She can't use that wing anymore, so she can't fly. She's still very wild. If I turned her loose, she would run away. But not being able to go after her prey quick enough, she might starve to death or she might become food. So that's why I've got her. She's a non-releasable bird. Also, if you look at her very quickly, if you look at her eyes, okay, you see they're a brown color. Now, so we know with that color of those eyes, it's going to be an adult bird. The passage birds, which are 3 years old, basically, when you get to 3, you're an adult, but basically under that, you're a passage red-tailed hawk. Their eyes are going to be a steel gray color, and they don't have as many colors on their pectoral muscles right through here or their chest feathers. Now, these things are very, very strong at eating. They are not very strong with cars. Let's say somebody's driving along, they're going home. Oh, they might have something to eat in their hand, they get tired of eating it, and they throw it out the window. That food sitting on the side of the road will attract what? That's right, it'll attract mice and rats to feed on that, which will attract then who? Sometimes snakes, that's exactly right, but also these birds. And she swooped down to grab that rat and flew right out in front of a car. And that's how she got actually in that accident. Now also, if you look at her feathers very quickly, you notice, man, there's a lot of feathers there. I mean, a bunch. So she's got downy feathers. These are the ones, the smaller ones, help to keep them warm. She's got flight feathers, which help them to fly. Good. Contour feathers help to keep that streamlined shape. But these feathers have been counted. As far as even eagles are concerned, they believe there's about 4,000 feathers on an eagle. Now we count them, we've got them both left and right side. So the way we would count them on the tail, birds of prey have 12 tail feathers. So they have 1 through 6, 6 through 1. That way we know if it's left or right side. So if you are actually in a wonderful sport, it's a very fascinating sport, it's called falconry. If you're a falconer and you need to do something called imping a feather, if one of the feathers breaks, you can actually super glue another feather into the shaft where it broke. Now it'll molt out and the new feather will be formed, so it doesn't really bother the bird. But the reason we name 1 to 6, 6 to 1 is that way being known left or right side. Let's think of it, oh, I have a right side wing feather, okay, a primary that breaks. Do I want to put a left side primary on that particular side? On right? No, you're right. That's exactly, no, you can't do that because the pitch of that feather will be different, so it could impede their flying progress, which is very important to a bird. You got to fly to either escape or to go after your food. You notice she looks all around at everything all the time. She's very curious about her surroundings, and she knows her surroundings. So she knows what's out here, what the movement is, and where she could either sit to watch or sit to be hidden. And of course, with all these feathers, you got that wonderful feather pattern that means it's going to be camouflage, and sometimes they're hard to see. As we move on down, you look at these wonderful feet. These are called talons. You got 3 forward, okay, and you got 1 back. The one in the back sits this way. It's called a hallux. Now the hallux, or it's also called lights out to a mouse, basically when they go in after the prey, they go in, they seize or they grab. And that's the word raptor, which means to seize or to grab. Now, as far as she's concerned, her actual name is Buteo jamaicensis, and that name, Buteo, means soaring, because a lot of times they'll hunt these fields. And of course you see them soaring over the fields. That's why their wings are shaped the way they are. And then jamaicensis, because apparently they were first studied in Jamaica. When you drive down the road, I want you to look up into the power lines and see if any of these birds are sitting up there. Because if they're sitting up there, a lot of times they're looking down at the field and they're actually hunting. And they're looking for mice, they're looking for snakes, they're looking for any type of food. Diurnal, they'll hunt during the daytime, not as active during the nighttime. Okay? So that's what we have our red-tailed hawk doing for us in nature.